What's up, my fellow creepers, things that go bump in the night? Welcome back, back to another episode of Creature of the Night. I am your host, Toxin, your friendly neighborhood sinner. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell to let you know every time I upload so you can keep up to date with me, guys. Now, we all know my take on prequels and sequels. We all know how I feel about them. And this is a prequel, guys. This is a spoiler review, so just a heads up, if you don't want to see any spoilers, you want to check out the movie for yourself and gather your own opinion. Hey, I can't blame you. The link is down in my description below for my TikTok. Make sure you go follow me over there as well. Trying to keep them even with my spoiler and my spoiler-free reviews on there, guys. So check them out. And ladies and gentlemen, the first Omen. Now, if you don't know, this is a prequel to the original The Omen, about Damien, about the son of Lucifer coming over and spreading his darkness over the world. And so yeah, this is a prequel. This just basically answers the questions about how he came about and what what courses of actions were taken to make sure his existence was brought into life. Now, did we need it? Honestly, I'm gonna say no. It answered not a lot of questions, I guess, and left more unanswered questions with this film. So it takes place in the 70s, and it could be going on, have to do with what's going on nowadays, where people are turning from the church. A lot of people are losing their faith and not believing in God anymore. Hey, to each his own on this subject too, by the way. You follow what you follow. But yeah, they're turning away from the church. The church is losing their power. So what do you do in that event? You give them something to fear. It makes a lot of sense, I guess.
What did he say?
And the church takes a dark toll with it. They're like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring about the birth of the Antichrist.
What?
I guess it kind of reminds me of Immaculate a little bit. Immaculate going that they're actually cloning the DNA from Jesus and trying to make a savior. Like he's going to bring us together. He's going to save us from all the sin and everything that's going on in the world. Versus these people, they're like, hey, you know what? Let's make them corrupt and like kill all the sinners and get rid of a lot of stuff and make them fear and turn to us again for hope. I'm just being honest, whenever we take what we're given and we twist it to fit what we need to do in the world, it's already a bad sign. It already says don't do this, stay away from evil, don't do evil, but in the process you're doing evil for the greater good, which, like, I actually tweeted this question, what is truly right and wrong if it's done for the greater good, I guess you want to ask, So, like, when does it stop? Like, with this, what part of it did they think, okay, yeah, we're going to birth the Antichrist and he's going to make people love us again and we're going to give the church back in power? I guess they're just afraid of losing the grasp on the people and the fear that they hold. But yeah, how they go about it is like, yeah, we're going to birth them. So they do several experiments where, I guess, different, I don't know exactly, but like different women are impregnated by a jackal. Now, an animal jackal, not a normal jackal. He looks like Anubis. If you've seen the movie The Pyramid, that it kind of looks like the creature from that. And it doesn't look human, so you can tell it's demon, it's from hell. My question is, how the fuck did they get this guy?
How did they catch him?
Like, is he just chilling out in the Vatican or in the basement of a church waiting to get with some women, I guess? I don't know. But it just, like, why was he there? And then at the end, when it served his purpose, jumping ahead, like, why did they end up burning it to, like, cover their tracks? Like, why couldn't they just send them back to hell? Or what? It was a weird process. And then it kind of was like an M. Night Shyamalan thing where there's a big twist at the end that the main star that we're following throughout the film, that she's about to take her pledges to do the veil to become a nun. And we actually find out she's actually one of the experiments that's supposed to like birth the mother, because they couldn't get a boy, they kept getting girls. So they're like, hey, you know what? It's the only way we're going to get the Antichrist if the jackal actually mates with its own offspring.
What? What the fuck?
Yeah, guys, it was really like all over the place, and how they went about it, it was insane. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved the original Omen. It is a slow burn, much like this one. It did kind of go with it. Like, it was a very, very slow burn, but it wasn't entertaining enough. Like, it didn't captivate me. At one point, I never do this. It sounds gross, but I never get up in the middle of a movie to go use the restroom ever. I hold it, and whatever damage I cause to my body, it it happens. Because I want to stay. I don't want to miss nothing. This one I could care two shits about. It was so slow of a burn that I was almost falling asleep. My girlfriend fell asleep once or twice throughout the film. And it doesn't really pick up, and I'm going to say this, until like maybe an hour into the film. It's maybe the last 45 minutes, 30 minutes. I forgot to check the duration of the film, how long it was. But it's like not until like the end, that's when it kind of picks up. Everything kind of like rushes. I like how they wrap it up as some, hey, this is what's going on, this is who this person is, this is who this person is, this is what's going. Even the birth rate was amazing. Like, she was pregnant already and they didn't even know it because they drugged her at a club. So in sin, they captured her in sin to create sin, to make sin, whatever, sin. Yeah. So like, even when it's oh, she was pregnant, like the way her stomach grows and like it was like a rapid birth and not a normal birth. And let me say this, I forget the main actress's name, but her part was actually really amazing. She did kind of captivate me. She like, just because her acting was really believable, and seeing how she twitches and she's moving about when she's revealing that she's actually pregnant, and how she has a slow meltdown when she finds out that she is the marked with the beast. Like how she goes about it in total 180 flip of who she was originally, this holy woman. Now she's like psychotic. I want this baby out of me, kill it. She's cussing and all this and that. Her part, I will give it 2 thumbs up for her, just because she was awesome. And other than that, guys, it doesn't pick up. It's not really engaging for me. I've actually seen other reviewers. I usually don't do that, but I wanted to see what they thought about it, just because maybe I was like, maybe I'm alone in this, and it kind of seems like I am, just because they are hyping up this film majorly. I just couldn't get behind this film. It was a prequel. I didn't really care for it. I do love the original trilogy. That was awesome in my opinion. I love that, and I think they should have just left it at that. I don't think anything, even with at the end when the preacher, because the nun ends up surviving because she gives birth to twins. So one of them's Damien and one of them is a daughter that she ends up keeping. And then she finds out there's another girl marked with the beast number as well, 666. It turns out to be like her half sister or some shit. So they're out in the cabin being raised by this woman and being taken care of, loved and all that shit. And he tells her, okay, yeah, you know, they know that you're alive. They're gonna come for you. None of y'all were supposed to make it past the experiments. None of y'all were supposed to live. So they're gonna come and correct, you know, the church, one of the big, most powerful people in the world. That, okay, so now what? Like, now we're gonna get a sequel to the prequel? I don't understand where the hell that's going with, guys. Again, guys, to each his own. I'm always gonna recommend the film, even if I fucking tear it apart and it's horrible. It's just me. So go check it out. Let me know what you thought about the film. Let me know what you thought about this review. Again, if you want to see a spoiler-free review, it's going to be down in the description below. Follow me on TikTok. Yeah, guys, like I always say, especially in this film, if you're not sinning, you're not having fun. Beware the moon, guys.